It's all about that juice. Therapeutic fragrance. I'm Brandon here. It's always about the juice for me, first and foremost, above everything. Throughout this year, I never knew winter fragrances, cold weather fragrances were a thing. As the weather gets cold, yeah, I'm drawn to certain ones in my collection. Ones you guys haven't seen. That's the main reason for the list, is to showcase some deep dives, if you will, on my collection and what I have deep in the spaces of the fragrance bottles that I have too many of. But I'm drawn, especially 3. You can see the juice levels just crazy down. And I wear way more than I probably should with the cold weather, just being rambunctious and whatnot because of it. But wanted to showcase those for you guys. And that cold weather is a thing. I'm definitely drawn to them. And the theme of this, we'll see if I remember to come back to it. See if you can guess the theme while I go through the video. But we'll do it. All right. Let's get to this, the deep dives in the collection. Stay tuned. 2020 cold weather fragrances. Ones I'm wearing most, ones from my collection. Brandon here. Yeah, again, Northwest. We've had a really cold, dry, unnormal winter for us. One of the driest on record ever. Cold mornings. We're not used to that. We're used to 40 degrees and whatnot. We've dipped into the 20 degrees a couple times with frozen ice on the vehicles, which we're not used to all the time. So just been a cold winter. And let's start this thing off. Something from Portland. Deep, dark, cold stuff, mid of winter. This is what I imagine on those icy Viking ventures in Game of Thrones. They're wearing this kind of stuff. Well, first, let's do 2 honorable mentions from the same house, Slumberhouse. If anybody does have the 6s and 7s. And I mention these because this guy is Portland through and through. Josh, he can release something when he wants. It sells out. This was 3 hours, sold out. I mean, he just makes something, it sells out. He's got that following. If you watch the show Portlandia on Netflix now, it was on IFC on cable, they can make an episode around him. It just fits in. The sarcasm and the satire and the comedy is so offbeat. You think, oh, this is great writing, whatnot. It literally is Portland. They're literally taking people from Portland, making episodes out of it. The binge watching with Battlestar Galactica. What do when you catch up on all the episodes? If you're in Portland, you just go hire actors and make your own episode and continue it yourself. It is Portland through and through. He's Portland through and through. This one, last month, got released, SOVA. This might be my favorite juice from the house. It's really fighting with Baku, Bake. But, oh my goodness, this is so good. Again, mention these because he does put them up. That was last month. He put a little Instagram post saying this was his favorite creation, his first one, near and dear to his heart. And I believe him. I went and bought it that night in my bed. And I'm like, okay, let's see. Keith and Bake, I could really do. I didn't need both. I'd love to trade Keith for Ore. But so I was like, I hope it's not similar to those. It's its own thing. This is... I could see how he started the house with this and just continued all the creations from SOVA. But these 2, okay, the one I have that is available, that's out again. That was a long one for number 10. Well, these aren't in order. This is just 10 cold winter fragrance. These aren't in order at all. Check out the juice. Norne. Northwest forest. What the Games of Thrones people be wearing through that forest just naturally as they drag on those leaves. Oh, just drunken with forest. I mean, it's got that Slumberhouse DNA, that punch. The 6s and 7s has that punch turned up to 10. I mean, it's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. You just turn it up every which way into gore. That's what 6 and 7s is. Norne, yeah, you want this in cold weather. It's like a stiff drink that's going to warm you up. That's what Norne is for me. Favorite bottle design from the house, Slumberhouse on the lid. Etching in the bottle, fingerprints all over it. I have a nice, I got a ton of rags because of camera lenses, whatever. I use for these. I should have here. Slumberhouse Norne. For you barbershop guys out there, I didn't forget about you. Again, look at the color. That's the darkest juice I own right there. Barrister and Man, they focus in on barbershop fragrances. This is a Fougere Aromatique. This is a barbershop Fougere. They style it after British barbershops, whatever that means, but it is cooling. You must love barbershop. It is hyped up barbershop. Dark, strong, cooling stuff. There's the logo right there. And just that fresh barbershop, clean cut, talking to the guys all day long and just coming out, letting people know that you were at the barbershop that day. No getting around this. This will blow up like a barbershop. This is the strongest barbershop scent I've ever smelled. But it's at the same time, it's packed with oak moss. It's just a unique fougere. I don't have nothing like it. I love its strength. I love its cooling lavender. I love its oak moss, packed in oak moss. Must love oak moss in this, on top of just that soothing, cooling vibe, that barbershop juice vibe. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you smell this, or if you've ever smelled barbershop. I mean, look, there's a stain on the cap from pressing it down. Just watch it close. Even the crystals getting stained in there. It's nuts. Fougere Aromatique by Barrister Man. All right, ready for this? Indolus, Arige L'Adore. I only put this up here because he is remaking fragrances. A reference to stuff that he does. To me, this is Russian Adam becoming his own perfumer. Indolus is leaving that whole Eastern, because there's an Eastern pyramid that almost all the guys continuously use. And they do that because they sell out of their bottles. I don't blame them. Rue Cus Vetiver, must have oud, must have the just dark patchoulis, civettes, styrax, all of this. None of it's in here. I think there might be a patchouli. None of it's in here. I just feel he left all of that thinking and put together a composition of his own. Super creative. The dry down is incense, but the ingredients are so fresh and so they're different. It's a different, just fresh, deep incense, especially that frankincense, just spicy, a spicy frankincense, fresh, even fresher than normal, clean frankincense. Dry down on Indolus from Russian Adam. I'm going to read the notes on this one only, just so you get an idea, because this reflects these notes from the earth like nothing else. Indonesian jasmine enfleurage, gardenia and jasmine absolute, pineapple, one of the best pineapples in perfume. Don't think your Creed top pineapple or all the stuff that's copied Creed. This is a deep rind and juice pineapple, just gorgeous. Indonesian green sandal, heart notes. Green hosiery, frankincense, ginger, lime, tangerine, and the pineapples in the heart. All the citruses are in the heart. They're deep, crisp, clean citruses that even a year later, just gorgeous, aged very well. Base notes: Indonesian green sandal, wild Australian sandal, benzoin, tonka bean, absolute oak moss resinoid, Indian galbanum, Chinese green tea extract from a 100-year-old tree, lavender absolute. Most of all this distilled by Russian Adam. That's again what sets his house apart, is he's doing the distilling and putting ingredients in there that not everybody's buying from Givaudan and the big three synthetic companies. That really is why he's so set apart. This profile, I really hope again, if I had my way, one oud-centric perfume that's new to us, and one that's just like this, that's just not, you're not used to the Eastern ingredients. And he literally is a master of florals, especially the way he can distill and pull out ingredients. The Plumeria d'Oris really didn't do it for me this time, but we need to get back to this. For those of you that didn't get a chance to try this one, the greenery on top is it's like this medicine green vibes. It transitions quickly into that. Literally, the citrus doesn't come out on top. Transition to the citruses, that deep pineapple I talked about, and then just a beautiful incense dry down. I mean, this is the, remember Barry Bonds? Any baseball fans? I use baseball because most people relate to baseball. Remember the year where he broke the home run record? I know there's asterisks. I know all that. But you turn on the TV and he had the most walks of anybody in the history of MLB. They'd either walk him or he hit a home run. Just an amazing year. This collection is literally like watching Barry Bonds just home run, grand slam. These bottles, Walima, Indolus, Russian Oud, Russian Musk. That's dangerous even saying that. That's like the Mount Rushmore or Regis Lador almost right there in one collection. I mean, it's just, I called it, Russian Oud, the tipping point. I mean, this is part of that. This collection is part of that tipping point. It's not that it was hyped, which it was backed up. You got these bottles, you smell them and you're like, what have I been smelling for my entire life? Everybody lied to me. Everything I smelled before is just ruined. The ingredients. When you talk to me about jasmine, I have to reference it here. When you talk to me about pineapple, I have to reference it here. Frankincense, I have to reference it here. It's just, these are my references of ingredients when people are talking about these other notes. I smell them. And I smell the nice designer accords and like them, but their tops and their notes like this don't even compare. All right, next. I mean, this stuff is that good. And I do that for reference of his future releases. So, I bought one and there's still some available of the newest stuff. So, I mean, I do educated blind buys. I just don't buy everything. And we're just pulling out the heavy hitters. This one is, as soon as January hit to February, Valentine's, Lamont Menditarosa, the Immortale. This is the story of Immortale in this. I mean, you'd think it'd be Rose. Everybody on Fragrantic could put Rose. It's ranked as the number one, but it's the Immortale in this. And this sticky juice just works in the Menditarosa DNA. This is the third time I've used it in a list. And the presentation, it's just a gorgeous, seductive, sexy juice. Not much more to say about Menditarosa's Lamont. Check out other reviews. I will have a review and score of this. I'm sorry, I haven't yet. It's written up. It's done. Just have to sit down and record it. But Lamont Menditarosa, definitely cold weather. From January to February, this is probably going to be one of my main scents in my rotation. All right, I have the bottle. It's back ordered, so I'm safe to say this. I mean, I have to be careful when I put stuff out there. Now that I got a few more of you guys out there, I've been caught where I haven't been able to get it. Almost got caught with Bango Rouge, but I found it on one spot because it got sold out so fast. I'm not saying it's just my fault, but I know I'm part of that system where you check here, check there, and then everybody likes it. And luckily, it's stocked up now, so it don't matter. But Xerjoff's from Oud of the Stars. This is my favorite from there, which is weird because it's a gourmand oud, Warda al Oud. And I got it's a 10 ml. It's a perfume oil that it comes in. This is, I can't explain the liquor of amber and vanilla this has. My favorite, I talk about Fragrance de Bois, Amber Intense. It used to be my favorite. It's right up there. It does something to my nose. The deep amber just brings back the richness of perfume, the glory days of perfume. This back in the day would be marketed only to women, but men can pull off amber and sweet perfumes. I've talked about it many times. Don't be scared of it. Especially this has got real oud in it. So the oud's mean in this, but it just, to me, on a woman, it's just a sexy, beautiful skin gravitating scent. And the amber gourmand is just, I mean, it's sweet and luxurious, like the best of the best caramels, laced with more gooey caramel. It's like 3 caramels in one. Amber, love. It is a perfume oil. And it lasts like 12 all night. I smelled this on my wrist. I put it on at 4 o'clock, right before I left here. Went to grab nice coffee and do write-ups. Got home about 5:30, but all night. I could smell this on my wrist next to my pillow. Just divine. Had to get the bottle, so it's on its way. That's the richness of the juice right there. Order El Oud, Zerjoff Suited Stars. Another rich, a lot of sweet ones. I hope women are watching this video, and men don't be turned off about this. But these are just the dark sweetness stuff that I want to wear in the winter that I haven't worn them in the summer. But in the winter, I absolutely love them. I love them out in the cold weather. Papillons, Bangle Rouge, the most beeswaxiest fragrance I have. When I did the unboxing quick review on this one, I literally just got fresh beeswax from a Russian family up here that keeps bees, and they have their kid collect the wax and do stuff with it. I asked them to start saving it with me, or saving some for me so I can play with it. And I picked it up 2 days before I got this bottle. I'm like, this is this. So that was an amazing experience to compare. I love comparing material with perfume. It's one of my favorite things about this hobby, this journey hobby. But to me, the beeswax star of this, I have the unboxing. You can check out more of my thoughts here. It will get reviewed. Decent dent for what it is. I won't put more than 3 sprays of this on. It just lasts. Incense. Beautiful perfume from the House of Papillon. All right. Finally, the mistake. The best mistake ever. Look at how much is gone. Look at that. Anybody guess what this is? Oh, you will. I put the title up already across the screen. Lover's Tale, Francesca, Bianchi. Sorry, Francesca, if I mispronounced that. Love what you do. Love what you pour in a bottle. This was supposed to be Sex on the Beach, Neroli. And I was going so quick. This is what got my order. Best mistake I ever made. Oh, it's so dark from the bottle. So dark. And you apply it on skin, and all of her aromas come forth. Lighter aromas, but you smell close to your skin. It's so dark. I don't want to make the sex reference. I don't fully get that, but it is just a dark animal, luring, potent juice. I mean, there is a lot of that going on. It is, and it can be a turnoff for some. This mixed reviews from other people around me, but if it's a turn on, it's a turn on. This is crazy juice. It's just one of those that is, it's a love-hate relationship, kind of like, Lover's Tale goes with the name. And that balance has been fun to watch between the perfume. But I've had people run from it. I have people just draw in and like, what is that stuff? Just dark, alluring. A bit, I mean, I hate using the word petroleum so much, but there's a bit of that, just greasy sweat that's still clean. There's clean elements in this. Just that workup of animalistic passion in a bottle. Okay, I'm quitting there. Lover's Tale, winter fragrance. Check this out. Sample this. Funky and animalistic for you guys. You guys, that's one for the guys that like funk, and women need to smell it too. A lot of these are partner fragrances. Just both of you to wear and just mix and match. Lamont, Bangle Rouge, Lover's Tale, Indolus, absolutely. All right, making the list first time. This should have made more lists, but so my sprayer's broke on this. I'm having a hard time getting it replaced, but so I can't spray any, or else I would have used way more than this. This was just like the first 2 weeks, and then that's why there's not a review. I haven't got that like 5th one. The sprayer literally doesn't work. Having a hard time getting new one. I'm like, I'll buy one. I just want to make sure it fits. I don't want to buy something that doesn't fit and I lose juice. Luckily, it's a screw-on. But I'm kind of really, I haven't emailed Dawn herself. I'm emailing the company I bought it from. Anyways, this is the best way I can describe this really quick here. Pancake breakfast on a cold, brisk morning in a forest camping. That describes the scenery here. It is gourmand. It is forest. It is beautiful. It deserved to win the award. I chose it to win the award. I actually texted her good luck and him good luck. It was the American perfumer and Dawn Spencer Hurwitz, they texted back like, oh yeah, it'd be nice if we win, but whatnot. I'm like, you're gonna win. And next day they won. They were happy. That was really cool to witness. I mean, this thing is so good. And she released new bottles. Just, I don't know if they're still up there, but they released 50 new ones. I posted this on Instagram a few times. I'm like, please make more, please make more. They did. So the American Perfumer, you can buy more. Hopefully you won't have sprayer problems, but he'll take care of me. I mean, I didn't persist on it, just so everybody knows, but I need to get a new sprayer so I can start wearing this again. And her real signature on there. It's pretty cool. Colorado by DSH Perfumes. The other winner of the same year, I won't talk about this. Best incense Cordell Hyde Serum Green. Barbecue on the skin. This will heat you up. Oh, this will keep you warm. This is just fire. When you put it on skin, you'll get a sweet top for an hour or two. And then it's just one of the best incense experiences in perfume. It's 100% natural, believe it or not. And you can't spray. It's only perfume, EDP. You can't spray that much. It's so powerful. This had to be remade. He sold out. I was like, oh, please be the same formulation. I still have my sample. It was same. I can't detect anything. Same power. It's the new bottle. Old bottles have his name on top of the cap. Hyde Serum Green. And just so you know, I mean, Hyde Serum Green, and that's the one that will blow up a stadium, an airport. People are going to know you're around. So if you're into that, that's yours. Which leads me to the next one. Same story here. Andy Towers Othere. This is like the first or second perfume bottle I bought into my main journey. I updated my camera's firmware, so for some reason it keeps changing between crop mode and non-crop mode. So I think there's a little jump here. Why I lost battery. Anyways, Andy Towers AT. First time, the third, like, I bought other perfumes like L'Occitane, Aveda, and then I had a couple of imaginary authors over the span of like 15 years. And, you know, of course, sprayed them on their normal EDTs and EDTs. So my first order, this is one of the two bottles I bought. I didn't really know mLs or anything. And I was like, wow, that was expensive for this small bottle. You know, open it up and smell it. And it's the only tower where you have to screw on, screw off. Which, yeah, when you're used to the same bottle design and lid, just jerking them off all the time. It's different. Anyway, so if you can see how little that is, Hardini comes out. First time, I don't know how to wear this. Nobody told me what an othere was. I didn't even know what othere meant. I thought it was just like the name of the perfume, some fancy loam, like a loam or something like that. I had no idea. So I douse it on. I did an Instagram post on this too. My words probably did more justice there than here. But I just doused this thing on and like a normal wearing. And man, the next 12 to 24 hours, I just smelled. I was like, that is just, wow, perfume's changed a lot. Maybe perfume's stronger now. That's nice. I had no clue what I was doing. And then sure enough, next day, did the research on it, started finding out othere, learned what EDP, EDT, pure parfum, extrait de parfum, all of that stuff was. He really needs to have an applicator with his. Most otheres all come with applicators. Andy, they do. So this should be a dipper right here to where you just swipe. And I think early Greek, that's how I found him right away, was he did a video on this. And he did a toothpick. And I'm like, wood soaks up my juice. I don't want to do that. I've used the toothpick since then, but it does soak up juice. You can smell it on the toothpick. And you only need like one or two swipes and you're good to go for the night. What I put on that first time, my goodness, a lot. This stuff is some of Andy's best work. Leather, smoke, you're on fire. This is putting fire on your skin. This won't warm you up. I don't know what will. That petroleum tower vibe. I mean, this has nothing to do with that Moroccan desert spice. You're leaving all of this. You're now out in the desert with just a big bonfire, and this is keeping you warm. Just the leather in here, just a gorgeous othere. made for winter, almost perfect for winter. Again, Vikings. If you're going to name something Viking, you can name this Viking, not other stuff that smells like somebody in the office that lurks to be a Viking. This is what Vikings smell like to me in a bottle. This stuff is on fire. Just I hope he never stops making it. Always, this is one of those. Always have in my collection. Once a month, I have to wear it, and just it's an addicting fragrance like that. Just get that profile on me. Gorgeous juice. All right, let's do a couple honorable mentions. I didn't bring bottles out of one of these. City on Fire Imaginary Authors, my first smoky fragrance that I learned that you can wear perfume that smells like smoke. I think I've worn 5 samples now. I never bought a bottle, but I've been through 5 samples because I get to visit them at shows here. And every time I buy a bottle, I'm like, can I get City on Fire? They give me one. I have 2 still left, and I've gone through 5. So that's 10 ml right there. I have 4 ml there. Just smoke. I love it. I love all my flannels, campfires. You just smell like campfire smoke. It just works on me. I put it on in the summer too, and just on skin in the summer I wouldn't wear it. Winter, skin, flannel, scarf, just that smoky scent if you're into that. Sacre Tobacco Cacao from House of Matriarch. That's another one I like in the winter. Again, it's a 9-month fragrance, maybe all year. I'll wear it in the summer, but just a nice toasty change up, especially for women. For coffee in the morning on cold mornings. That tobacco just warms you up a bit. A little bit of a change from your normal gourmands. Beautiful fragrance. All right, mentioned this in another video too, but here it's definitely a winter fragrance. And I got the presentation finally. So I've messed it up since then. Hopefully this shows. Axum by Pren Parfum. It came in a box like this. That's all real gold leaf sprinkled on top of the 3 samples you get with this. Just beautiful juice that hits almost every mark. One of the most challenging fragrances I have. Anyways, cold weather fragrances 2020. The theme, it's all about that juice. Come on, the color of the juice. Did you see how dark those things were? Norne, Indolus, Hyde, even the gold from Papillon, Lamont, just those golds. And then that almost black from Barcelona, man. My goodness. I'm just drawn to dark juice. I'm drawn to it in cold weather. I hope we get, I'm predicting snow here in the Northwest. Usually when the weather's like this, we get a 2-week window of snow, which is rare for us. And all of this will be warm, very much so. I'll be putting pictures of it up because I like playing in the snow. It's when everybody stays home because the news tells you to stay home and scares you. And I'm out in my 4x4 just owning the town, finding which few coffee shops are opening and having a cup of coffee there. And I'll be wearing one of these, a couple of these. Anyways, I'm Brandon. I'm out. All love from the channel to you guys. Be blessed.